This is my son, Andy.
And this is my son, Jacob.
This is my son, Benjamin Van Camp.
This is my grandson, Justin Michael Gingler.
Each mother has something in common.
I haven't looked at his pictures in a long time.
Something they wish they didn't.
He meant the world to me.
All of them outlived their sons.
And he died of a heroin overdose.
Andy,
2014,
Benjamin,
a fatal heroin overdose.
then the most recent two, Jacob
And he died from alcohol and Xanax use.
and Justin.
He died from fentanyl.
Justin was diagnosed with a list of mental health issues when he was 7,
A very, very smart, kind, loving kid.
and Jacob, just like Justin,
He was a sweet young boy.
until they started relying on illegal drugs to deal with their internal pain.
There isn't any kind of drug I don't think he didn't ever use. He used anything that was out there.
And I can go downtown Davenport and tell you exactly where you could go get whatever you wanted. And that, I think, is really sad.
Trying to exist in a world they no longer understood, until one day,
It's a heart-wrenching day.
I had a knock at my door,
that day,
It blew me away.
and it was the East Moline Police Department, and told me I had to call the Davenport Police.
the call every mother prays never comes.
And it was my granddaughter, Ash, sobbing hysterically and blurted out, "Grandma, Justin's dead." And I just started screaming. I was like, "No, he can't be dead."
Justin was found with a needle next to him.
Once he shot up, probably just dozed off.
And Jacob,
But they thought he was just sleeping, and a couple hours later they realized he hadn't moved and he was dead. It's almost surreal. You know, you never think that you'll go through something like that, or that your son, your child would have these issues.
but in reality, thousands do.
In just 1 year, 2,100 people died of drug overdose in Illinois and Iowa combined. That's more than the entire population here in Prophetstown. That number is on the rise.
Wheel 41. It's a subject that had 9 beers and took 15 Xanax.
In the last 5 years, we've seen an uptick in the numbers. In the last 2 or 3 years, it's grown exponentially.
There are at least 3 overdose calls a day in Davenport.
I've had a couple of those calls. You sit back and go, wow, you were dead a few minutes ago, and you are now not dead.
The drug naloxone, or Narcan, reverses the deadly effects. Paramedics can give it to a patient on spot.
Give it a good firm squeeze.
One overdose requires 1 dosage, until just last month.
We have actually just recently changed our protocol to double the amount that we're giving to patients because we're seeing this as a growing problem.
Growing in size and potency.
Once somebody's dead, they're dead.
And if it's ignored, these mothers will have to make more room on this couch.
This is an opioid crisis.
The first step to stopping it,
Nobody wakes up one day and says, when I grow up, I want to be addicted to drugs. Right. He would not choose addiction for his worst enemy.
recognizing addiction is a real problem that doesn't discriminate.
I know he was self-medicating, he felt bad. But somewhere along the line, I'd like people to remember that he was a human being. He's not a throwaway person. He was a good dad.
Real people who left others behind. Justin's 6-year-old daughter, Harmony.
She loves him to death now. She can't wait till we see him in heaven.
And Ben's sister, Katie, who used to be a heroin addict too.
She's been clean for 5 years.
The next step,
So
treatment.
it's important and it works. I've seen it.
Something these moms say we need to do better. But until then, they're left finding new meaning in life.
His struggles meant something, and so did his life.
For the ones they love who can't.
Who was loved by so many who only wanted to see him get better, will be missed so very much. And he is missed very much. Every day. Every day.